everyone. Thanks for joining Bank of North Dakota. I am Stacy with Ask Stacy and Amanda. We do videos once a week about planning and paying for post-secondary education. I am with Mark Counterman. He is an admissions counselor here at North Dakota State University. Today we are talking about a really fun topic, right?
Yeah.
Student fees and what those all entail and what they cover. If you've got questions, leave them below as you're watching the video and we will respond to you as soon as we get those. All right, so Mark, let's talk about student fees that we've got here on campus. Can you tell me really what student fees are?
Yeah, so when you're paying for school, there's really two main categories of what you're going to be spending your money on.
Okay.
You're going to pay tuition and you're going to pay fees. The tuition is what covers the classroom experiences, like how I like to refer to it.
Okay.
And student fees covers everything outside of the classroom. So that will fund student clubs and organizations. It'll give you access to the Career Center, to the Advising Center. It'll let you find internships and utilize tutoring services and go to athletic events or fine art events. So like if a student wanted to go to an NDSU football game, they could because it's included in student fees. And It's nice to know that everything is all in there and that's what you're paying to utilize these campus resources.
Very nice. So they don't have to keep paying fees upon fees to go to all of these different services on campus. Well, great. So how are student fees, obviously you can talk specific to NDSU. How are student fees set here at NDSU?
Yep. So, for example, if clubs or organizations wanted to secure additional funding, they can go to our student government. Students have a really big say on what happens on campus, and student government would vote to set those student fees. So they would review it, they would determine how much funding is appropriate for the organizations or to give students access to the wellness center or whatever it is, and then that would be set and included in your total direct cost for attending.
Okay, and so those fees can potentially change from year to year.
Yep, so it might change slightly year to year.
Yep.
And it's actually broken down into different categories, which can be found on our website as well. And that's something that's very common for schools is maybe you have a technology fee or something like that. So we just lump it all together in our student fees.
Yeah, so if you're not attending school at NDSU or potentially going to be looking at NDSU, definitely check out a college or university that you're going to be going to, correct? Check out their website and their student fees to see what those all entail and what they look like. So how about resources? What resources do the fees cover?
Yeah, so here at NDSU, we have some academic resources that can be used as supports. We have a math emporium, which is used for some of the pre-calculus level courses, so college algebra, trig, and pre-calc, where students can get one-on-one attention working with a professor, learning assistant, or teaching assistant in the math department. And we found that students that utilize that service end up doing better in upper level math classes. We have a center for writers available, so if a student needs to write a paper or needs help with a lab report or finding sources, they can get that one-on-one help from someone in the library as well. And then we have ACE tutoring, Academic Collegiate Enhancement Tutoring, which is a peer-to-peer tutoring service where if a student needs help reviewing for an assignment or an exam or anything like that, they can go to ACE and get help from a tutor who's taken that class and been recommended by a professor, and they've done well in the class. And it's included in your fees, so you don't have to pay anything extra for that. The Career Center also does things like resume fine-tuning, mock interviews, and they can help you find internships. And those internships while you're in school really lead to jobs after you graduate. And that's another thing that's really important. What I like to say is you're paying for these student fees, so you're paying for all these resources, whether they're used or not. So you might as well take advantage of all of them that you can. Sure,
definitely. Since they're there, you might as well, look at them, see what can help you out to be the most successful. Before we go on, I just have to put a plug. Scroll up to some previous videos. We have visited with students in the ACE Mentoring Center, so there you can get their first-hand knowledge on what they do and things that they can help you with as well. So check those out too. Those are going to be a little bit older, but scroll up and check those out. So it's just nice to see real life, what students can experience on campus. And obviously this is specific to NDSU, but there's a lot of opportunities at different colleges and universities as well. So what should a student be utilizing? We've kind of touched on this a little bit, but utilizing within those resources to help them be the most successful that they can be while they're in school.
Yeah, so again, this is something that totally depends school to school. We wanted to lump everything in that's outside of the classroom into student fees. So you know that this is what you're paying for, this is what you can utilize, you don't have to pay anything extra for that. So students should definitely use the tutoring services. Even if you're the smartest student in your class in high school, you're always gonna not know something when you're in college. That's the nature of the game. So utilize tutoring services that you can. Get advising. That's another thing that you get at NDSU. Make sure that you're working with your advisor to know that you're staying on the right track to graduate on time, and just learn what's available on your campus.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That is definitely great information for everyone. Is there anything else that you want to provide before we sign off for the day?
No, I think we've got it.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for visiting with us today, Mark. And thank you to everyone for watching. If you've got questions, like I said, leave them below and we'll get back to you. If you have ideas or topics that you would like us to see covering in a future video, let us know and we will be happy to cover them. All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. Bye.